Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one is in Chicot County, Arkansas. It's down the eastern corner of Arkansas, just north of Louisiana. And let's take a look at it. Yeah, so this is a picture from the area. It's a street, and I'm calling this one home delivery okay because you can get your home delivered to the property if you want. And so here we go. Here's the property, $1,299. I'm asking for this one. Got a price up here, my name, numbers on it. It's in Chicot County, Arkansas, or Chicot. Heard multiple different pronunciations. It's French though, so I'm pretty sure the Chicot makes the most sense. 0.48 acres. I think that's one of the hit points on this one. It's almost a half an acre. It's bigger than a lot of the properties I've got. So it's two APNs. There's two different APNs up here. You could sell one or the other. You could build on both of them, rent one out, rent two of them out. You could sell them off separately. You could finance them separately. There's lots of different ways to cut it up. But I figure I group them together because they're next to each other, and there's a street on one and there's not a street on the other. And I don't know how you access the back one legally without the front one, and instead of drawing an easement or something, I just sell them together. So let's take a look at this thing. Let's pull up the map on RealVacantLand.com. You can go to RealVacantLand.com. There's a link in the description of this video down below. It'll take you back to my website, and you can zoom in, you can look at this. And I'm kind of scratching my head. Is that like a bridge over here? Because I think there's a waterway over here, but something's going on at the end of the street. It's the first time I've looked at it that close. So there's a house over here. There's some stuff. It looks like there's some old, maybe a tractor parked on there, an old home or something. Let's see how much information we can find. It looks like the street view gets close, but not all the way there. So here's the neighbors. Nice bright blue house. Yeah, so it looks like an old tractor or some junk parked on the property. Yeah, it might be worth some. That's what it was. At the end of the street, there's an old semi-truck there. I thought it was like, we were looking at the roof, and I thought it was like maybe a bridge. But it's not. It's an old semi-truck that's parked at the end of the road. But it looks like the power line goes to the end of this road, and it looks like there's a street light there too. I don't know if there's still got a bulb in it or not, or if somebody shot it out or whatever. But I mean, there's a street light right there at the corner at the end of this road. So this road goes right up to it. Looks like it's paved. You might want to, clean it up a little bit with maybe a mower or a weed whacker or something. But you could drive up there. It looks like this is telecommunications box over here. I mean, that looks like phone lines. So you might be able to get DSL internet off of that. And then there's an old tractor. And there might be something more back in the bushes there, but that's the property. I mean, there's a grassy spot there. It looks like you could drive right into it, park a mobile home on there. Maybe just take over the road, park your mobile home on the road. I don't know if anyone would care or not. You might be able to do that until someone wants to drive through there and get to the next property someday. But for now, it looks like these guys park in the road, and that truck's probably been there 20, 30 years. Nobody seems to notice or care. Neighbors look like they've got a good garden going on, so it's probably a great gardening area. And then just a bunch of trees and bushes going on further back into the property. So it looks like they've got mail service and trash service. So the mailman comes down the road, and the trash truck comes down the road, and it looks like they put a drainage pipe under here for the water to go through. It doesn't look like it's used much. But you'd probably want to do one of those up there, I'm guessing, to get off the road into your property. This house is on blocks. I mean, they don't have it wrapped. It looks pretty like nobody's going to police you on the little infractions. It looks like they got a basketball court. That's nice. Kids playing right in the street. That's a quiet street. You can go play basketball in the street. Here's the other side. Looks like they've got propane. Looks like they've got a cement tube going under their driveway to let the water through. Chain link fence. Is an older house, and old police car or Crown Victoria, whatever you call those things. Old truck, bunch of old stuff sitting around. Some old kids' toys and things. So, I mean, it still looks like they even cut the grass. So there's the area. There's the street. There's the area this property's in. This is Dermott. The city is called Dermott, and you can see that thing there in the woods. That was the semi-truck. My computer's starting to go slow. I've got too many maps open, I guess. Let's keep zooming out and see if it'll catch up with me. So here's the town, and it's so we're right on the edge of town. There's nobody. I mean, this street, you're at the end of the street, so you get to build at the end of the street, and then beyond that, I mean, it just turns into like old farmers, some woods and farmers' fields. So the town is south of here. This is the northwestern corner of town. Town is south of here, and if we switch it over to like maps, we can see what town's got. Town's got you know, I was looking at this. There's a place here in town that's like a hardware store that sells lumber and cement blocks and pipes and all kinds of stuff to build a house and work on a house with. So that's right there in town. There's Family Dollar. There's some gas stations. There's a bank. There's a bunch of churches. There's a bunch of schools, and there's a Greyhound bus stations. You could take Greyhound to get there if you wanted to. And there's a bunch of different, just a bunch of houses. A small town, just classic small town. If you zoom out some more, you can see there's a river over here. The Mississippi River's over here. And there's Lowe's over here in Greenville. So if you want to get to bigger supplies, Lowe's in Greenville is like a 40 mile shot. And then you come around the lake and over. And so if we zoom out some more, you can see that we've got Arkansas, you know, Little Rock's up here, Memphis is up here, and then Shreveport down to the south. El Dorado's got an airport. You could fly in and out of El Dorado and take the bus the rest of the way, or take the bus, or rent a car, or buy a car, whatever. Drive your car over there. You get it. You guys can figure out how to get from place to place. So if we go down, there's a Buy It Now button. I'm asking $1,299 for this one. If you just hit the Buy It Now button on the website, you can start filling out the information. You can fill out your title information, your tax information, your contact information. Hit the buttons down below. Click, hit next, and the property's basically yours. There's a disclaimer on here. I said basically yours because it'll take a little bit of time. So this disclaimer right here on the website, I'm saying it'll take maybe up to 2 months to get the paperwork through and get it totally into your name. A couple of those weeks have already gone by, but it'll still take a little bit of time for me to get the paperwork totally into your name. Please don't start like bulldozing the property or something until I get it totally into your name. There's a small chance that the people that lost this property in the past for not paying the taxes could go pay the taxes. So if you're that person that you haven't paid the taxes on this property in the last like 10, 15 years or whatever, please go pay the taxes. It looks like the taxes have been like $21 a year. I'm sure they got all kinds of fines and stuff on top of it from there that you'd have to pay off. But if you paid that would be, you get the property back. So if you're buying this from me and the person comes back from not paying the taxes for like 10, 15 years, there's a small chance that they actually pay the taxes off, and I gotta refund you. So that's why I'm saying don't start bulldozing the property until I get this thing in your name. And once I get the deeds through and make it happen, then you can run with it and go for it. So here's some directions. There's a Walmart here that's not very far away, just on the other side of town. There's schools, there's post office, gas stations, churches, and things around the area. So there's lots of supplies in the area. So if you're interested in this one, please hit that Buy It Now button, make it happen. Please go over there, take a look at it first, or during, after, and go stand on the property and hit the Buy It button on your phone while you're standing there. And tell me what you do with the property. I'd love to hear your story someday. Thank you. Talk to you in the next one.